Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. You know, those 3 years were tough, each one of them for different reasons, but it just makes tonight so much more special, you know, that we persevered and we worked so hard, and we've just been so consistent over the last few years. It's awesome. We played tough. You know, the game this morning was a good game, but it certainly wasn't our best. We knew we were going to have to come out here tonight and play our absolute best, and we did. And I'm just so proud of the boys for bringing it their all. It's just such a good feeling when you know you've worked so hard and then you come out and play your best at the biggest game there is. And that's just really a cool and a special feeling.
Felt like in the first few runs against Saskatchewan, it took us a while to just get onto the rocks, the ice. We were able to keep the same rocks in the final, and it just felt like a continuation of the semi. And yeah, we went after them right away and felt comfortable throughout. So I think it was a huge advantage. Yeah, it's very special. Yeah, grew up with it on the mantle a couple times, got to know it really well, and wanted to get it myself. So it took a few tries, but it's a big deal, and I know how much work he put in, and
I hope that's champagne.
Yeah, I know how much work he put in, and we put in a ton of work, and definitely deserve it. So pretty happy for all of us.
Brendan, are you ever going to wash those socks again?
Well, you know, I did wash them once this week. So we got on a 4-game win streak with them, and then we lost to Dunstone in the championship pool, which gave me the opportunity to wash those socks, which was desperately needed. And then we got on a 4-game win streak again after I washed them. So it turns out that was the right decision.
Just a nice little, I guess, added side story throughout this, Brier, for you guys. Do you think you'll be reaching out to her after all of this?
Yeah, for sure. I think she's actually reached out to us. She's been in contact with my significant other. And that's just awesome. I think it's the coolest feel-good story that just it came naturally. And certainly she's such a kind lady to think of that and then go to all the effort to make it happen. It means a lot. It means a lot. Losing is never easy. Losing in this game sucks, for lack of a better word. It really sucks. It sucked the first time, it sucked the second time, and it sucked just as much the third time. And I know we all show it differently, but it just means so much to us. And I think that was really on display here tonight when we closed it out. Just the raw emotion that was out there, and just how happy we all were, I think, for each other as much as for ourselves. And that's pretty special.
Getting to represent Canada at any time is just it's a dream and something we take with a lot of pride, and can't wait for a couple weeks.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate. It always is when there's a pick, especially in a game like this. I can say, though, that game was not even remotely over after that rock picked. We've played Kevin far too many times to know better than that. And we really had to close it out for the last hour. I mean, we were only up 2 points. There was 4 ends left. He's one of the most experienced skips to ever have played the game. So if there was ever going to be a guy that was going to catch you late, it was going to be Kevin. And I really thought we hung on. We did what we needed to do, and we were able to capitalize on that. And that's something we should be proud of. You know, situations are often what you make of them. Yes, it was different. Yes, it was unique. In some ways, it was also quite freeing. You know, it's tough when there's 10, 15, 20,000 people in a building. It amps you up. It makes everything feel a little bit bigger. And, you know, I think we made the most of it. Definitely strange, though. I certainly hope this is the only Brier that's played under those conditions. For sure, you know, usually you win a big game and they're the first people you run over to give hugs to take pictures with, to share that moment and the experience with. And it's a little bit of a hollow feeling just not having them all here. But I know I know all of our families are so invested and so in our corner behind us. And I just can't wait to give them a call and touch base and just get to share that experience, even though it's remotely this year.
For me personally, it's a lifetime of work coming to fruition. It's a dream that I've had since I can remember. I don't remember life ever not dreaming and wanting this. So it's just my whole life's work kind of, yeah, it's kind of overwhelming actually, but it's what I always pictured for sure. I honestly, when you play Kevin Cooey, I never think the game's won until they look at me and shake my hand. It's they're so good and they always find a way to break your heart. So I honestly was just trying to throw every shot as good as I can, and I thought at the end of the day, if it resulted in a win, I was good with it. So I really, honestly, until we hit and stuck and I looked and we had 4 rocks in there and I didn't see any way to get them all out. That was when I knew we won. And I actually felt really calm all day today. And I think a lot of it's been a lot of the mental training we've been doing. So yeah, no, it was really easy to stay focused for me. Well, I mean, we always say like there's a handful of teams in the world where if we play our best game, we still might not win. They're one of them. But when we both play our best, it's always a really good game and they're the most fun games to be in. And I personally think Kevin and his team, they're the hardest to kind of like stomp out. Like even if you take 4 on them early in the game, you know that you're going to be battling the whole game. They're just so tough and talented. And Alberta, you know, Alberta's been like that for a long time. And we've got other teams bubbling under below us, nipping at our heels. And it's just a great curling province.
I mean, we all just want to win. I think like we're all just, we all have our jobs as like at our positions. We all know what to do. We all work hard and like we get along great off the ice and on the ice. Everything just works well. And yeah, I don't know, we just mesh great and we're making a lot of shots. So yeah.
Yeah, we have complementary skill sets and we play for each other and our roles are very defined. Everyone on our team has strengths that help our team and we all trust each other to do our jobs. And we're also committed to constantly improving. And I think we've gotten better every year. And I think it's showed in our results.
Very excited. Yeah, I've won it twice before with mixed and then with universities. And yeah, it's an awesome feeling every time you do it. And yeah, I really just can't wait to do it again. And with with these 3 guys and Pat and Donnie B, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
It'll be my first time wearing the maple leaf and I'm very proud to be Canadian and I'm really going to be proud to represent our country. And it's just truly an honor and a dream come true. And I'll definitely do my best to make our country proud. It's just been a crazy year and I've really been focused on balance in my life and just being a better teammate and a better player and just getting that much better at everything so that we can win. And I feel like I've got a few more years left in me, but I don't think that you can just, you know, you don't know how long you have. Life is fragile. These times are precious and I'm thankful for every time we play. So when we lost those 3 years, especially last year, you wonder, like a lot of people never get to the Brier final and I had 3 cracks at it and didn't win it. And am I going to get another chance? Is my body going to allow me to play that long? Those are all things that go through my mind, but I mean, I'm going to play as long as I can. I was really upset after we lost last year. As long as these guys want me to keep playing with them, I'll play with them. So.
I mean, yes and no. Like on the one hand, we've played on this ice already, so that's an advantage. Like we've played with these rocks. The world's teams won't have had that advantage. But yeah, I mean, on the other hand, like I'm going back to Edmonton. I won't have any ice until Worlds again. A lot of the Worlds teams probably will be able to practice. So yeah, I mean, yes and no, I think, but
You might be able to get some practice ice.
You might know a guy.
Yeah,
he's
But-
busy at mixed doubles nationals though, so we'll have to see.
we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the teams that we're going to be playing in the Worlds are really good. They're practicing. They're going to be ready. Is it an advantage to have played in the bubble? Maybe. And I think the competition we've had this week certainly won't hurt us. But I mean, we're going to do what we always do and just grind it out, play the best we can. And we know most of the teams. We've played most of the teams in slams and different events on tour. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of mystery out there. It's going to be a lot of tough games for sure.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we're used to, when you're down 2, you're just trying to get rocks in the house and see what happens. And you know, we still had a chance for 2, and you know, I'm not sure what happened to my first one, if it grabbed a little or something, but we looked good most of the way, and then it was gone. So yeah, I mean, on the last shot, we obviously didn't have a shot. So no, it wasn't time that was our downfall for sure. You know, obviously it was a well-played game. You know, I had a pick in 7 that, I mean, that's obviously huge in a low scoring game like that. And, you know, I had a chance to limit it to a deuce and just missed my double, which was unfortunate. And so, you know, that was their chance and they took advantage of it. And, you know, they played well. It was a well-played game. And when they missed, we just didn't take advantage. You know, they had 2 misses in 10. So we should have been able to come out of that with at least a deuce. But, you know, capitalizing on your opportunities when there isn't many out there. Yeah, I think so. No one got to play this year. It's our first year as a team, and yeah, we had a great run, 2nd in the country. So you know, hopefully we can learn something from this loss. Hopefully we're in some more bigger games next year. Yeah, I mean, I'd feel happier for him if he beat someone else. That's for sure. I mean, tough to get enjoyment out of losing, but you know, they're a great team. It was only going to be a matter of time. They played well today. Didn't give us a lot of chances, and like I said, when we had kind of little opportunities, we didn't capitalize. So I'm sure they'll represent us great, and they'll do well at Worlds for sure.
Yeah, I think so. We've had some great games with Brendan, some really big games, and they pretty much seem to always go down to the wire. There's always a little bit of drama there in our games. So yeah, they're a great team, and we're a great team, and we are pushing each other at every event. It seems like, you know, if we want to win something big, we're gonna have to go through them at some point. So yeah, it's a little bit of a rivalry, I guess. And yeah, we're pushing each other to be really good teams.